It's time for the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals here in Houston, Texas. Thanks for joining us. It's team just about to get started. Do Young Kim getting ready to hit. And this one is off and running. Fought off foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Jahmai Jones. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Now at the plate, Jung-Hoo Lee.
That's the ball.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Got it. Stepping in, Ken Griffey Jr. And that one ripped into right. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now the number 2 hitter. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's Joe Adele. Swing and a ground ball. Just foul down the right field line. Wow. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that may
Moon. There's 1 and 2. What a play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. Swing and a foul out of play. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away.
ball. That's down. Ball.
That's off the mark, and the count is 3-1. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Kevin McGonigal digs in now. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And that's ruled a swing. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic here at Daikin Park in Houston, Texas, USA. Any quirks to Daikin Park that might be hard for a first-time player to get used to seeing?
No, but I don't think so. Since they got rid of Tal's Hill, there's nothing really to worry about.
What was the deal with that thing? Seriously.
I have no idea.
And the batter now, Bo Young Moon. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, Shea Whitcomb. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Slider clips the corner. hacks and misses. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. Bottom half of inning number 2. Carson Benj now at the plate. On the ground. Sends it to first. One pitch and one out. Here's Gleyber Torres. In the air to left center. And there's 2 down. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Check swing. He went 0-1.
No, that's outside. Ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Way outside, full count now. And he walked him.
Ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Out to short. Flips it. They take the force out. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. Here's the second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim. And a foul ball. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Next to hit on one part. Fouled off. He was late. 0-2 now as he swings through it. Got him swinging for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Next to hit, 2-1 Kim.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Hard hit right side. Inning over. And we're back at the World Baseball Classic. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, Ken Griffey Jr. getting ready to hit.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
On the ground right side. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Now the number 2 hitter. Out front, ripped foul. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. In the air, right field. And there are 2 outs. Now batting Joe Adell. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
Oh, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Ball.
That one ripped left field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he'll pull into second safely.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of the stick. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Raleigh takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter out.
Man at second.
Ball.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that ends the inning. We are back. It's the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals at Daikin Park. Winner goes to Miami. Now it's the DH, Do-Young Kim.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Jones in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Hard hit to right center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out. Adele quickly gets it back in. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one. Ripped to short. Toss to Alonso, and he has thrown 4. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. Bottom of the 4th, Kevin McGonigal digs in now. Lined into right. Dives, and it gets by. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position. So now here's the DH, Carson Benj. Grounded out his first time. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. McGonigal around third. He's safe, and it's 1-0.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. Alonso tries to hold up, appeal to first. Nope, he held back. And now 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pick.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still slings it to second. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. The run scores from second, and they lead by 2. So now, with one away and a man at second, here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. That one misses. Ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 1 out. Ken Griffey Jr. will hit next. Team Australia trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Alonso is waved home. 1 run is in. Now a relay to the plate. The tag out. Here's the third baseman. 1 for 2. That one ripped, but foul. And a big swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the
punch. Struck him. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. Young Moon now at the plate.
Well, these players just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
He goes down looking. So up next, Shea Whitcomb. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
That's the ball.
Team Korea trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Stays alive. The 2-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. So cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Kim swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today.
No, ball.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Struck him. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, number 20.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Cal Raleigh, the next to hit.
No, that missed.
Ball to strike. The pitch. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Next pitch misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not close with that one. And the count is filled up. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Kevin McGonigal getting ready to hit. Swing and a pop-up. Fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. Next is the designated hitter, Carson Benj.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1 to the right side. The throw to second. Double play. What a twin. Welcome back to WBC quarterfinal action here at Dyken Park in Houston, Texas, USA. All set for the top of the 6th. Dongwon Park digs in now.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
The 2-1. That one the other way, and a base hit, and a man aboard. Ju-Won Kim will hit next. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
This one in the air, center field. Griffey settles under it. He's got it. So digging in, Jahmai Jones.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Kind of got it off the end of the bat, but he gets that knock because he was willing to go with the pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Young-Pyo Ko.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Comes up empty. Out towards right center field. On. Settles under this one. Then there's one down. Here's Pete Alonso. That one ripped right center field. This looks like extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the
one out. Runner at second. Elliot Ramos now at the plate.
Ramos.
That misses.
That's a ball.
And that's ball one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
In the air, right field. And there's two away. Third time through the order now. Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. In the dirt, blocked. Man on second, two down. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. Man at second. On the ground to third. Wickham. On to first. Out number 3. And we're back at the World Baseball Classic. We go to the top of the 7th. Hyun-Min Ahn getting ready to hit. Strike 2. And a slider misses down and away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. Move into box again. Takes the strike.
Ball.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Ball.
Up the middle, McGonigal. The throw to first, and 2 away to start the 7th. Wickham at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. That one at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him. A new pitcher in the game, Bean Hua. 1 for 3. Out towards right center field. Takes it in for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now it's the right fielder, Joe Adele. Other thing in this part,
out.
I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count is 1 and 1.
Ball.
Here's a rocket out to left. Oh, he can't squeeze it. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
And that's outside, and that's ball 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Man at first, 1 away.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. Battling here as he fouls it away. Adele stands at first with one out. This to third. Whitgood. There's one. What a double play that was. Back here in Houston. We're at the top of the 8th. Ha-Seong Kim digs in now.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now, Dongwon Park.
Tag.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Alonso. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Kim up for the third time and takes ball 1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Swings and misses.
Number 20.
No on the pitch here.
Ball.
Nice grab. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. And next is the designated hitter, Carson Benj.
Ball.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Ball to strike. Ground ball right side. Kim whips it to first. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. And now Gleyber Torres.
Nope. Ball.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout inning over. Back here in Houston, we go to the 9th. Do-Young Kim.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Devin Williams on to try and close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Swings through that one. Got him looking for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. That one fouled off. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
No, that's in.
Next offering is downstairs. He swings and fouls one off. That one
That's
missed.
the ball.
Oh, look at the stop. To first. And that'll do it. They're moving on.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching, timely hitting.
Welcome to the World Baseball Classic, where it's the semifinals here at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida. It's Team Australia taking on Team Mexico. John Shambi on the play-by-play. All right, just about ready for baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now. Ground ball right side. Aranda. The flip to the pitcher covering. One out in the top of the first. Here's the third baseman.
Ball.
Lone Depot Park just underway here. And another ball.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Check swing went around, and it's 2-1. Just missed. And that is out of play. (3-2). And there's ball four. Man at first with one gone. Now it's the right fielder, Joe Adell.
Ball one.
Next pitch is outside, and the count is 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Fought off foul. Man at first, one away. In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That's the ball.
In the air to left center. Rosarena on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Stepping in, Jarren Duran. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Ball.
Got him. One away. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Soroka. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. 2-1 now. Late on that fastball.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Now at the plate, Jonathan Aranda. Aranda in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like.
That is the inning. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Kevin McGonigal getting ready to hit on the ground right side. Over to first and quickly one away in the second. Carson Benj will hit next. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so.
Runner on the go. Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and that's how they take the lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here's Elliot Ramos, and his 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup, Ken Griffey Jr. now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Ground ball right side. Gonzalez in plenty of time to first. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. Bottom half of inning number 2. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
That's a ball.
To the right side. Collected by Torres. Tosses to first. That's one out the bottom of the second. And now it's Rowdy Tellez.
That's outside.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And here is Nacho Alvarez Jr. right through there for a strike. Chopper to second. Torres out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Good to have you back. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton, bringing you all the WBC action from Lone Depot Park. Digging in, number 11. And that one ripped into right. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
The throw to first. One pitch and one out. So now with one away and a man at second. Now it's going to be Cal Raleigh. Foul ball there.
Oh, that's it.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Out to short. Ortiz on to first, and there's 2 away. Now here is Kevin McGonigal. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Smoked into left field. Base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. right on top of it.
On the ground. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done. And we're back at the World Baseball Classic. Leading off, Nick Gonzalez.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
That's ball 2.
And a big swing and a miss. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Alec Thomas now. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Joey Ortiz. And that one is in for a strike. Got him swinging. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Robert Garcia.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Pete Alonso, 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. In the air to left center. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. 0 for 1 so far. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. So, runner at second, 2 down. Ken Griffey Jr., the next to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to first. That's the third. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. Stepping in, Jarren Duran. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Rosarena, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Team Australia leading by 3. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. And now Jonathan Aranda.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And that drops in for a strike. Got him. And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. Welcome back. It's the World Baseball Classic semifinals here at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, USA. We go to the top of the 5th. Number 11 digs in now. Right side. 0-1 now. Out towards right center field. Thomas under it. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Joe Adele. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
just misses with that one.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. 2-2 down. Next offering is outside. And a swing and a miss, and there are 2 outs. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit, Cal Raleigh. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That's to third. Sends it across to first. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
You know, this group of hitters, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Tellez, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Strike 2. That one ripped. Reaching down and makes the grab. Alvarez in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Hey.
So now 1-2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swings and misses. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Brennan Bernardino. Left field. And that'll get down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. So up next, Carson Benj, 1 for 2. Liner, and oh, that got him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty status. First and second, no outs. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's already homered in this game.
That's out.
Hit on the ground to short. Ortiz. To second, there's one. A sensational double play. Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. That one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Oh, 2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Caught him looking for the. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. Bottom of the inning. Nick Gonzalez getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Got him swinging. Alec Thomas now at the plate. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Here comes the 0-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
There's a swing and a miss. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Just up.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's going to be Joey Ortiz. Can't reach it, and the perfect game bid is over. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
The dream of a perfect game turns out to be just that, thanks to this hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
In the air, left field, and it stays fair. Ortiz around third, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. The blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
That's outside. Ball 2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll... Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Carrillo. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
1 away. So back to the top of the order. And the batter now, Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Line to the right center field. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now the number 2 hitter. Quick toss to first, and he's back safely. A little out front there as he swings through it. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Takes it in for the out. And the batter now, Joe Adell. 0 for 3 in this one. Griffey off of first with 2 away. Now quick throw to first. Griffey dives back in safely. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag. Welcome back from Miami, Florida, where
Now
Drew Pomeranz on to pitch out of the pen here.
These are the spots. Relievers really make a name for themselves late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Alejandro Kirk will hit next.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tellez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And fouled off. Australia holding on to a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. Throws to second, and he's out.
Got him. That's
Cut
out.
down, and that ends the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jesus Cruz.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Raleigh, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That ball's carrying. And that one is out of here. A solo shot. And they add a run. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
So digging in, Kevin McGonigal. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, it was exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That pitch gets the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball, that counts.
This one in the air center field. Ortiz has a beat on it, and there's one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Torres, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Pitches in for a strike, and the count even 1-1. That one to first. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay. Safe. It's 5-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. That one was smoke coming off the bat.
New arm out of the bullpen, Daniel Duarte.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Alonso swings through it for strike 1. Now 1-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Man at second. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Now the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. 1 for 3. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. That one pushed foul. Just missed. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. He gets there with the slide. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Back here at Lone Depot Park.
Now
On the ground to third, and that chance handled. Toss to Alonso. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Hit in the air, left field. Ramos settles under it. That's out number 2. Alec Thomas now at the plate.
Hey.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball, that's high.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Victor Vodnik.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And One of the better runs in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Griffey in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Now the third baseman. And there's a hit. And that's a one-out single. Looking to extend the play now. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for two. Joe Adell, the next to hit. 0 for 4. 2 ground outs, a flyout, and a strikeout. Pinch hitter coming on, Joey Wiemer, looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. 2 down, nobody on. High fly ball, right field. Gonzalez gets under it, and that is that. Back here in Miami, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Joey Ortiz digs in now. Here's your 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The 0-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Back to the top of the order now. Now batting Jarren Duran.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch, and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
So they're down to their final out. Now here is Randy Arozarena.
Ball. That's inside.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exact.
And that'll do it. They're moving on.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
5-1 is how it ends. It's time. From Miami, Florida, welcome to the championship game of the World Baseball Classic. It's Team Japan taking on Team Australia. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. No surprise to see Team Japan in the championship game, Singy, one of the giants of international baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. Samurai Japan is just the complete package, Boog. They combine fundamentals and a team-first mentality with more modern elements of the power game. It's no wonder they've won more WBC titles than anyone else.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starting pitcher, Jose Soriano. What do you got on him, Chris?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game. See if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's the first out. Seiya Suzuki in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Late with the swing there. And that one upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That one off the mark. Ball three. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Munetaka Murakami stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Got him. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And today's starter, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What should we keep an eye on here? Leading off, Ken Griffey Jr.
Nope, outside.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball two.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. Stays alive. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Down the third baseman. Foul ball there. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Here's Gavin Sheets now. Left-hand bat. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Good hitters count the 2-0. Swing and a ball drilled in the air to center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Both runners tagging, and they'll score first. It's 1-0. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. And a foul ball. strike on the inside corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner on at third, one gone. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. Kevin McGonigal digs him now. Yeah, that's fouled off. In the air to left center, Yoshida on his way in. He's got it, and that will end the inning. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic here at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, USA. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Kazuma Okamoto getting ready to hit. Check swing, went around, and the count is 1-1.
That's a ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now it's the right fielder, Kensuke Kondo. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball, that's in.
Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. On the ground right side, Torres fires over to first. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. We head to the bottom of the second. Garrett Anderson now at the plate.
Ball 1.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And a ball and 2 strikes.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that skips in the dirt. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Next to hit, Carson Benj. Benj in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that one hammered back there. And that's a home run into the upper deck. A monster shot to right. And they add on. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Gleyber Torres now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. Fires to first on the run. And that's a nice play. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. Here's the second baseman, Shugo Maki.
0-1.
That clips the corner. That one to
Nope, that's
first.
foul.
And it goes just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the batter will be the shortstop, Taisei Makihara.
Ball.
Short hop liner, handled it short. Jimenez throw to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Kenya Wakatsuki in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Up the middle, Jimenez. Over to first, and it's a 1. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. Set for the bottom of the third. Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. 1-2 now. And that skips into dirt. Man, that got him square in the mask. Hard hit, right side. Takes it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Down the number 2 hitter. And the 0-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. He'll do it himself, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, bases empty. Now here is Gavin Sheets. And a big swing and a miss. Grounds one to short. Makihara to first. That ends the inning. Welcome back, and it all comes down to this. It's the World Baseball Classic Finals. Out of the fourth, here's Shohei Ohtani. Just missed.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Suzuki batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Inside corner for a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Jimenez on to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. 2 down, bases empty. And now here is Munetaka Murakami. He was late there. Strike one. Team Japan hitless so far in the game. Swing and a miss. Welcome back to the World Baseball Classic. Ready to go, bottom four. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. And another ball. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
The 3-1. And a big swing and a miss. Lifted in the air, right center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. One up, one down. Kevin McGonigal will hit next. Fly to left his first time. Out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Garrett Anderson now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. In the air, right field. Kondo settles underneath it. And there's 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Carson Benj.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ball.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
This one in the air, center field. Suzuki under it, and that is that. We're here at the WBC. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. Kazuma Okamoto digs in now.
You know, this group of hitters just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
That one misses. Ball 1.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Now it's the right fielder, Kensuke Kondo. Tap foul at the plate. Ripped to short. Tosses to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Yoshida in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Ball 1 low. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 5th. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown.
Well, back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, number 16.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
In the air, left field. Yoshida under it. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Swing and a ground ball on the run, sent it over to first. Pretty nice play. Good to have you back. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton, bringing you all the WBC action from Lone Depot Park. Stepping in, Shugo Maki. Check swing, no appeal, and it's 1-1. Way out front for strike two.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one away. Now, Taisei Makihara. On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Wakatsuki stands in now and watches strike one. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one.
Now that's back down for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 20.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Comes up empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. He's in there.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that jump.
Man at first, Gavin Sheets, the next to hit.
Well, as a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty, so you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
Hit hard, base hit. Rounds third, heading for the plate. The relay, tag, not in time. He's safe. 3-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Raleigh stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. That's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So up next, Kevin McGonigal, 1 for 2.
No, that's down.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down. Now the left fielder, Garrett Anderson. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Up it in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Well struck left field. Base hit into the outfield. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. The relay to the plate, but it's offline. And they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now a chance for Carson Benj. Benj in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Jordan Walker. 1 out, runners at the corners for him. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Ball 1 there. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and it's 5-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Torres in the box now. Takes strike one. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. That's out number 2. 2 outs, runners. First pitch hitter coming on. Mason Wynn looking for a big hit with 2 out, runners at first and second.
That's the ball.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Maki in plenty of time. The first inning over, and it could have been. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. We go to the top of the 7th. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a swing and a miss.
Ball 1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
This one smacked out to left center. And he can't make the play. So a man aboard. Seiya Suzuki will hit next.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Munetaka Murakami now at the plate.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today. And here is Kazuma Okamoto to third, and that chance handled. Sends it across to first. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Hiroto Takahashi.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the third baseman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch swinging. Swings and chases a low one there.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
It's softly on the ground left side. And that's just foul. 1-2.
Ball 2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Now at the plate, Gavin Sheets. Sheets in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Ground ball right side to second for 1, and it's over his head. Coming home. Safe at the plate, and the missed play comes back to bite them. And it's now a 6-run lead. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And it's second. Swing and a miss at a slider. Breaking ball, and that got him. Now it's the DH, Kevin McGonigal, 1 for 3. High fly ball, right field. Kondo settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay to third. He gets there safe at third as he moves up with 2 gone. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And it's fouled away. In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2 on, 2 outs. Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And that's who the back here in Miami, ready to begin the 8th. Kensuke Kondo digs in now.
Throwing at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
That one lifted to left. Stanton moving under this one. And a quick out, number 1. At the plate, Masataka Yoshida.
But I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Goes down looking. 2 outs, base is empty. Shugo Maki, the next to hit. This one in the air, right field. Pulls it in on the run. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the box. The 8th, Atsuki Taneichi. Swings through that one for strike 1. Foul ball.
Ball 1.
Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. Here is Gleyber Torres. And that one fouled off. That's ripped, base hit, and that's a 1-out single.
Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. To third. Save!
Hey, he beat the throw.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel.
Popped in the air, left field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. Now the number 2 hitter, outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one is absolutely belted, carrying well. Reaching down and makes the ground. Back here at Lone Depot Park. All set to start the ninth in this one. Taisei Makihara now at the plate.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead and count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Off the plate,
You
ball
just
one.
don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Wakatsuki batting with one down takes a strike. There's a strike. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And he grounds one to the right side. Sheets steps on the bag. Now only one out remaining. Ohtani in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. They're down to their final strike. And there it is. It's all over. They are champions of the World Baseball Classic. This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.